नमस्कार दोस्तों, आज मैं बात करने वाला हूँ आईपीएल के फाइनल के बारे में। आईपीएल का मैच जो अभी कुछ देर में 45 मिनट में होने वाला है, एक बहुत ज़रूरी मैच। ये मैच है गुजरात टाइटंस वर्सेस राजस्थान रॉयल्स। ऐसा मैच जो हमने उम्मीद ही नहीं करी थी इस आईपीएल के फाइनल में पहुँचेगा। मैं सोच रहा था कि आरसीबी फाइनल में पहुँचेगी, आरसीबी। और कई लोगों ने सोचा था चेन्नई पहुँचेगी। मतलब ये सब हुआ, हम किसी ने नहीं सोचा था हम में से कि ये टीमें पहुँचेगी। गुजरात पहुँचेगी, राजस्थान पहुँचेगी, लखनऊ पहुँचेगी टॉप 4 में। आरसीबी ने थोड़ी होप जगाई, एलिमिनेटर जीती, लेकिन उसके बाद अपने रंग में वापस आ गई और फिर से इम्पोर्टेंट मैच हार गई और फिर आरसीबी फिर से नहीं पहुँची जहाँ पे हम उन्हें एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं। तो यहाँ से यहाँ तक आईपीएल पहुँचा है अब तक। दोनों टीमों ने बहुत इम्प्रेस करा है, ग्रुप स्टेज पे टॉप 2 फिनिश करी और एंड में भी टॉप 2 टीमें ही फाइनल में खेल रही है। तो डिज़र्विंग टीम्स है। दोनों टीम ऑक्शन में गए डिफरेंट स्ट्रैटेजी से। एक टीम गई प्रूवन प्लेयर्स के लिए, एक टीम गई एक बहुत प्रूवन एक्सपीरियंस प्लेयर्स के लिए, एक टीम गई अच्छे पेस अटैक के लिए, ट्रेंट बोल्ट, प्रसिद्ध कृष्णा, आपके पास उबैद मुकई जैसे प्लेयर है, अश्विन है, युजवेंद्र चहल है। दूसरी टीम गई थोड़ा एक और अच्छे पेस अटैक पे, शमी, लोकी फर्गुसन, यश दयाल, अब एल्जारी जोसेफ खेलते हैं फर्गुसन की जगह और राशिद खान और साई किशोर। तो दोनों टीमों डिफरेंट डिफरेंट कॉम्बिनेशन से गई। कोई टीम पर्टिकुलर कॉम्बिनेशन से गई, कोई टीम पर्टिकुलर कॉम्बिनेशन से गई, लेकिन ये दोनों की दोनों डिजर्विंग टीम्स है जो गई। एंड यहाँ पे मैं चैट में वेलकम करूंगा गौरव जी का। थैंक यू गौरव जी ज्वाइन करने के लिए। एंड यही है कि जिस तरह ये टीम मैचेस गई है सारे के सारे, दोनों डिजर्विंग टीमें पहुंची है फाइनल में। दोनों टीमों ने अच्छी ऑक्शन स्ट्रैटेजी गई। राजस्थान एक ऐसी स्ट्रैटेजी दी गई जहां से राजस्थान अच्छे पेस अटैक कर गई, स्पिन अटैक कर गई। बैटिंग में थोड़ा वो रिलायंस है अपने टॉप 5 पे, बटलर, यशस्वी जायसवाल, सैमसन, हैटमायर और उसके बाद अश्विन और उसके बाद बैटिंग में थोड़ी-सी डेप्थ कम थी, पाडिक्कल हो गए। तो ये टीम ऐसी थी जिसके पहले 5 और 6 बैट्समैन स्ट्रांग थे। जैसे पुराना ज़माना हो गया, 6 बैट्समैन 5 बॉलर, ये टीम उस स्ट्रैटेजी से गई। गुजरात भी थोड़ा इस स्ट्रैटेजी से गई, बस उनके पास हार्दिक पांड्या थे जो छठे बॉलर ऑप्शन बन सकते हैं। ये टीम में ओल्ड फैशन तरीके से गई, अच्छे से ऑक्शन में बाय करा, अच्छे से प्लेयर्स पे गई, एक्सपीरियंस और यंग कंबाइन करके गई और आज दोनों को बेनिफिट मिल रहा है। एक टीम ने एक यंग कैप्टन जो आज तक ज़िंदगी में कभी कप्तानी नहीं करा, हार्दिक पांड्या को कैप्टन बनाया और एक टीम ने संजू सैमसन का कंटिन्यू रखा जबकि पिछले साल उनका इतना अच्छा नहीं गया। एक टीम बटलर जैसे प्लेयर के साथ गई, यंग जैसवाल के साथ जैसे गई, पाडिक्कल को बैक करा और जो दूसरी टीम है, उसने भी यंग प्लेयर्स को बैक करा, दयाल को खिलाया, रवि साई किशोर को खिलाया और साथ ही एक्सपीरियंस था राशिद खान, शमी, आपके पास आईपीएल में एक्सपीरियंस प्लेयर्स थे हार्दिक पांड्या, डेविड मिलर जो पहले अनसोल्ड गए थे, डेविड मिलर को बैक करा। तबेतिया पे हैवी गए जो लोगों ने कहा कि वेस्ट ऑफ मनी है, क्यों हैवी गए, कुड हैव गॉट समवन एल्स। शुभमन गिल पे हैवी गए एंड दे मेड मोस्टली एवरीवन प्राउड। एंड यही वाली चीज़ है कि जिस तरीके से टीम गई है एंड द वे दे हैव प्लेड, तो बहुत ही ज़्यादा टीमों ने अपने सही वे से खेला दोनों के दोनों ने एंड आई एम वेरी, वेरी इम्प्रेस्ड। एंड जिस तरह दोनों टीमें खेली, मुझे सबसे अच्छी बात ये लगी कि सरप्राइज़िंग लगा क्योंकि मैं जब आईपीएल में स्टार्ट कर रहा था, मैंने उम्मीद करी थी कि आरसीबी पहुँचेगी फाइनल में और आरसीबी खेलेगी मोस्ट प्रोबेबली किसी चेन्नई को। तो मैं क्या डिज़र्व करता हूँ मुझे खुद नहीं पता बिकॉज़ मैं सिर्फ़ एक ही रिएक्शन डिज़र्व करता हूँ। मैंने प्रेडिक्ट करा था चेन्नई और आरसीबी का फाइनल होगा एंड आई ओनली डिज़र्व दिस। मैं यही डिज़र्व करता हूँ क्योंकि मैंने बहुत गंदी प्रेडिक्शन करी एंड आई डिज़र्व दिस फॉर दैट। एंड ओवरऑल अच्छा लगा मुझे इस तरह दोनों टीमें आई। एक बार लाइनअप अभी आने वाली है, 10 मिनट है टॉस होने में, लाइनअप आने में, तो तब तक मैं आपकी भी ओपिनियन चाहूँगा दोनों टीमों पे। आपको क्या लगता है आज कौन-सी टीम जीतेगी? आज कौन-सी टीम का दिन होगा और कौन-सी टीम किस तरीके से खेलेगी? तो अब आप मुझे चैट में बताइए कि आपको कौन-सी टीम बेटर लगती है, कौन-सी टीम बेटर इक्विप है जीतने के लिए? मुझे ये लगता है कि जो आज का मैच है, वो बेटर इक्विप्ड है राजस्थान के लिए। मुझे ये लगता है कि राजस्थान की टीम चाहे गुजरात से दोनों बार हार चुकी है इस बार जब खेली है, लेकिन उनकी टीम में बेटर एक्सपीरियंस है फाइनल का और मुझे पता नहीं क्यों उम्मीद लगती है कि ये टीम में एक बेटर बैलेंस है गुजरात के मुकाबले में। यहाँ गौरव जी ने कहा है कि सीएसके तो फिर भी ठीक है, आरसीबी बट गौरव भाई आपने देखा होगा एलिमिनेटर तक पहुँचे थे और उसके आगे भी गए थे। मेरे को लगा था कि उनके पास हर्षल पटेल है, हैज़लवुड है, कोहली है, फाफ है, अनुज रावत है जिन्होंने स्टार्टिंग में इम्प्रेस करा। उनके पास हर्षल पटेल जैसे बॉलर है, उनके पास शाहबाज अहमद है जो बहुत ही यूटिलिटी प्लेयर है। तो मुझे लगा ये टीम को बेटर करना चाहिए। लेकिन वही चीज़ मेंटालिटी नहीं है उनकी। कल भी उन्होंने गलतियाँ करी परसों बहुत ज़्यादा एंड दे पेड द प्राइस फॉर दैट। तो यही प्रॉब्लम थी। साथ ही साथ दोनों टीमों का ये था कि जैसे प्रथम जी ने चैट भेजी है, राजस्थान टू विन, कृष्णा टू सेटल अ स्कोर अगेंस्ट जीटी। मैं बिल्कुल एग्री करता हूँ प्रथम जी। जिस तरह उसने कमबैक करी वाज़ फैंटास्टिक। बहुत ही अच्छी कमबैक करी थी प्रसिद्ध कृष्णा ने। ही वाज़ हिट फॉर 3 सिक्सेस बाय डेविड मिलर। सारे वर्ल्ड में उसका क्रिटिसिज्म हो रहा था कि यू आर अ बैड प्लेयर। प्रसिद्ध कृष्णा को क्यों आखिरी ओवर दिया? अगले मैच में आया उसने विकेटें ली। लेकिन मुझे ये लगता है प्रथम जी कि आज का बैटल जो डिसाइड होगा, अभी भी राजस्थान का मोस्ट वीक स्पॉट और बेस्ट स्पॉट उबेड मैकॉय है। उबेड मैकॉय एक सरप्राइज पैक निकले है। चहल तो है ही है, अश्विन तो है, प्रसिद्ध कृष्णा है, ट्रेंट बोल्ट है। उबेड मैकॉय आउट ऑफ सिलेबस आई है। बहुत ही अच्छी बॉलिंग करी है, लेकिन ये एक ऐसा स्पॉट है जो गुजरात टारगेट कर सकती है। ये मैच डिपेंड करेगा कि गुजरात कितने रन्स एक्यूमुलेट करती है और मैकॉय के खिलाफ, क्योंकि अश्विन और चहल मैच को स्लो कर देंगे। उसके साथ आपके पास प्रसिद्ध कृष्णा है, ट्रेंट बोल्ट है जो विकेट टेकिंग बॉलर्स है। आपके उबेड मैकॉय पे अटैक लेना पड़ेगा एंड आइदर उसमें विकेटें गिरेगी और आइदर यू विल विन द मैच। वाइल गुजरात के लिए यश दयाल के लिए बहुत बड़ा मैच है, क्योंकि वो यंगस्टर है। जॉस बटलर, यशस्वी जायसवाल ओपनिंग कर रही है एंड वहीं पे या तो यश दयाल बहुत ही आज हीरो बनेंगे या फिर बटलर विल टेक हिम टू क्लीनर्स। तो ये एक बैटल बड़ा एक्साइटिंग है। एंड यहाँ पे गौरव जी ने चैट भेजी है, मुझे बटलर से उम्मीद है सिर्फ बिकॉज अगर उसे कैप्टन बनना है, इंग्लैंड है, आज जीतना है बटलर को, तो मुझे ये लगता है गौरव जी कि बटलर तो कैप्टन बनेगी बनेगी एट सम पॉइंट, बिकॉज मॉर्गन कैन नॉट कंटिन्यू। मॉर्गन की बैटिंग से परफॉर्मेंस आ ही नहीं रही, तो उसको तो नहीं कंटिन्यू करेगी कुछ टाइम के लिए, तो बटलर कैप्टन बनेंगे। स्टोक्स टेस्ट कैप्टन, बटलर लिमिटेड ओवर कैप्टन। लेकिन ये मैं जरूर समझता हूँ कि आप क्यों कह रहे हैं, क्योंकि बटलर का एक ट्रॉफी लाना बहुत जरूरी है। जिस तरह इस साल वो खेले है, ही डिजर्व्स दैट आईपीएल। वो डिजर्व करता है आईपीएल जीतना। और साथ ही साथ एक उनको हेल्प भी करेगा जब वो इंग्लैंड के साथ जाएंगे वर्ल्ड टी20 के लिए, क्योंकि साउथ अफ्रीका से भी, सॉरी, न्यूजीलैंड से इंग्लैंड हारी थी जब सेमीफाइनल तक पहुंच चुकी थी। तो वो भी कोई अच्छी न्यूज नहीं थी इंग्लैंड के लिए। यहाँ पे एक और चैट है, आरसीबी ने एबीडी का करियर बर्बाद कर दिया। शर्म आनी चाहिए आरसीबी को, नाम लेने से फुर्सत मिले तब जाके टीम बनेगी, इनसे बस निचवा लो बेचारे एबीडी। तो मैं एग्री करता हूं, पर मुझे ये नहीं समझ आ रही गौरव जी, टीम तो अच्छी बनाई है लेकिन यहाँ नहीं है जीतने के लिए। टीम अच्छी बनाई है पर यहाँ नहीं है। जब से उनके नए कोच आए हैं माइक हैसन, वो हमेशा प्लेऑफ पहुंचे हैं। अब कोच ने तो अपना काम कर दिया है, कोच ने आपको एक स्टेज तक पहुंचा दिया है, उसके आगे पहुंचना आपके ऊपर है। और आरसीबी से वही नहीं होता, जो बहुत सैड है एंड बहुत डिसअपॉइंटिंग है आरसीबी के थ्रू। तो आरसीबी को भी अपनी ये चीज इंप्रूव करनी होगी कि आरसीबी को अपना ये इंप्रूव करना पड़ेगा कि किस तरीके से पिच पे जाते हैं। कल भी नर्व्स दिखे, डिसअपॉइंटमेंट दिखी, कल भी डिसीजन मेकिंग सही नहीं लगी एंड ओवरऑल डिसीजन मेकिंग के साथ-साथ गलत फील्डिंग प्लेसमेंट हुई। मुझे लगा कि जब 32 रन्स पे पहुंच गया था मैच, 30 बॉल्स रिमेनिंग थी, आपको क्या ज़रूरत थी? व्हाट वाज़ द नीड हसरंगा को ओवर देने की? क्यों हसरंगा को ओवर दिया? उस स्टेज पे हर्षल पटेल को लाते, हैज़लवुड को लाते, प्ले स्लो करते। आपने बटलर के हैंड पे खेल दिया, 2 छक्के पड़े, मैच खत्म। तो कप्तानी भी उस लेवल की नहीं हुई आरसीबी से। एंड यहाँ पे एब्सोल्युटली प्रसन्ना भाई, आई एम जस्ट सेंडिंग यू द लिंक। आई एम जस्ट सेंडिंग यू द लिंक, जस्ट वेट। I'm just sending you the link, Prasanna bhai. I'm just sending you the link here. And overall, for just 1 minute, I'm just sending Prasanna the link here. And do subscribe to Prasanna's channel, guys. Fantastic channel. And overall, I will say about this point, Butler's leadership. बटलर की लीडरशिप दिखानी है एंड मॉर्गन ने जस्ट 24 पे 46 मारा है दोस्त। नहीं, नहीं, मैं एग्री करता हूँ। मैंने वो नहीं कहा कि बटलर खत्म हो गया, सॉरी मॉर्गन। लेकिन मॉर्गन की वर्ल्ड टी20 में परफॉर्मेंस इस लेवल की नहीं आई थी। एंड इंग्लैंड के पास बहुत ज़्यादा यंगस्टर्स अवेलेबल है, बहुत अच्छी क्वालिटी के। जिस तरह इंडिया के पास स्टॉक है ना, उस तरह उनके पास भी बहुत अच्छा स्टॉक है प्लेयर्स का। एंड दिस इज़ द थिंग दैट आई थिंक दे नीड टू इम्प्रूव अपॉन कि they have some very very good players youngsters में। I do follow Vitality Blast and they have got some fantastic youngsters Vitality Blast में। In the Vitality Blast, some of the youngsters, you see the hitting ability is just out of sorts. England have a fantastic team that I think we must respect, and Morgan at some point will have to take retirement, whether it hurts, whether it does not hurt. At some point Morgan will leave his duty, and I think that time Butler will be the one who will take the responsibility. Butler is the one that will take the responsibility and is the proper candidate for being the captain. I'm just sending Prasanna the link. So I think you will enjoy seeing Prasanna here. And Prasanna is a fantastic content creator, Chelsea fan. So do go to his channel, uh, PB Talks, and do subscribe to his channel. He's very near to 500. So do get him to 500 and subscribe to his channel. He also makes videos of crickets, and he also makes video of ISL. And here is my school brother Manish Jangir. How are you doing, brother? I'm very good. And overall, coming to today's match, please, guys, in the live chat, do send me which is the team that you think is going to win this match. For me, it's going to be Gujarat Titans who will lose this match at the hands of Rajasthan, because Rajasthan team is just more balanced, in my opinion. The toss is just going to happen in 4 minutes, so I'm going to give you all the updates about the thing and everything. About the pitch reports, I'm just going to give you the update as per the pitch. On the quick bus, it's written the bounce is a bit higher here, sticking onto the surface a little bit. Bowlers who can hit the deck hard, bowl that back of a length delivery, and can cause some troubles to the batter. The dimensions are pretty much the same, although one side is slightly shorter. Teams that have batted first have won the final 9 times. Win the toss, bat first, and put up something around 180, 190 is by Simon Dewell in the quick bus report. So here is my brother Prasanna. How are you doing, brother?
Yeah, bro, feeling good. Just saw the closing ceremony, which was way better than yesterday. That's common logic, but yeah, we're just looking forward to a good game. Just looking forward to a wonderful final. Will Rajasthan do it for Shane, or will Gujarat do it on their first attempt and at home soil? So this is going to be peak.
So, in your opinion, which team has a edge today to win the match?
I think Gujarat might have, because the fact that they finished first, the fact that they even one qualifier one, the fact that they have an extra day's rest as well. So, um, and I think since this is their home ground, they would have obviously picked in the auction, knowing that they would be playing games in their home. So, not taking away anything from Rajasthan, but I think that's the fact that they played day before yesterday might have taken a bit out of them. They would know the pitch and conditions better, given that they played there. But I fancy Gujarat Titans today, given that just at the form they have been in.
Absolutely agreed, Prasanna bhai. And if Manchester United wins the league, you will have to drink milk for shoe. First of all, I will never do that, and United is not winning the league at least for next 5 years, in my opinion. Prasanna, I think. What do you think, brother?
Well, Spurs are closer than United, to be honest, with Conte.
Agree. I think people are really writing off Spurs, in my opinion, because they have got a fantastic manager, and Perisic and some of the players they linked with Bastoni. I think that's really going to make them more stronger than people think, in my opinion.
Come on, Chelsea. Now that ownership situation is done, now it's time to make some moves.
I think big up to Ankit brother in the chat. Do subscribe to his channel Almighty Sports Plus. Pays me not to see RCB, but two deserving teams there. I agree,
Yeah,
Ankit
the
bhai. But
top two teams are there, so
I think Prasanna bhai, don't you think that in the last match, I still think that RCB should have been in the final, because I still think they're the best team on paper in terms of the tournament.
not really, because to be honest, if you see Rajasthan, there have been comparatively to RCB, I think overall they have been a strong team, because the Indian core in Rajasthan Royals is extremely strong. You take the likes of Ashwin, Chahal, um, even David Padikkal. He's been on and off, and Sanju Samson has had a good season as well. So it's but both teams have a kind of similar team, that they depend on one or two players. Rajasthan heavily depend on Butler to get their innings underway, and RCB heavily dependent on Faf and DK. I think Maxwell has been blowing hot and cold. Kohli has been absolutely atrocious. I think we have to agree on that. But overall, I think RR on paper would I think RR were a stronger team than RCB. RCB are a very good team. They have good finishers. They have excellent bowlers. Hasranga, Harshal, Hazelwood. But Siraj was an extremely weak link, and I think he got hammered that day, which was like, and even the captaincy, that was like not giving Hazelwood the second over instead of, and he gave it to Shabazz,
Hasranga.
and Mohammad Siraj already got hammered by the SSB Jaiswal in the first over. Butler was like,
And I think, Prasanna, by the difference between I think Rajasthan and RCB has been, I do think RCB have a better team. Difference has been the weak bowling attack. I think two weak attacks was in RCB it was Siraj, and in Rajasthan it was Obaid McCoy. One took 3 wickets and one was atrocious the whole tournament. And other difference, I think,
And
I will
toss is
also
on,
ask.
by the way. Let's just see this per sec.
The toss is on, guys, and please, please, I believe Rajasthan is going to win the toss. I really feel so. Rajasthan is going to win the toss.
Give me a sec. Let me mute and come back.
Mhm. Rajasthan have won the toss and have opted to bat. So, guys in the chat, Rajasthan have won the toss and they have elected to bat first. So, do leave your opinion on whether is it the right decision or should they have chased.
Wow, Sanju has won 2 tosses in a row. Wow.
Prasanna bhai, what's your opinion on him choosing to bat first? In your opinion,
Yeah, makes sense though. Runs on the board, runs on the board in the final. You don't. I think the pressure of chasing in the final, and not many teams do well chasing. Like if you look at the last, if you look at Rajasthan was there from 2008, they chased and won, and after that, 2012, the Manvinder Bista Masterclass, 2014, Manish Pandey, and after that, 2018, Watson century. So it's only 4 times and five. Obviously, Mumbai Indians in 2020. So it's only 5 times in the last. So it's only five out of 14 that teams batting second have actually won. So I think that sometimes chasing can get to you. And now that Gujarat will be chasing in front of their home crowd, this is that is going to take pressure to another level. But I do think. I think they can cope up with the pressure because they have some extremely good batters. They're starting from um, Gill and Saha at the top. Saha's played absolutely fearlessly. He's just gone for it from ball one. No messing about, no nothing. Gill has taken his time, and then you have the likes of Hardik Pandya coming in. Hardik Pandya, I think this season, the responsibility that he has taken, that coming at number 3 and bowling up top, that is what we wanted to see of him, take more responsibility and not just be held back just because of you're just a finisher like that. So, and they've got overall, I think, and in Gujarat also, I think they beat Rajasthan twice in the group stages. So they have a bigger advantage. But if RR can say score 170, 180 or more than that, I think it's probably game on.
I think overall, I absolutely agree with you, Prasanna bhai here, and people can see the screen here. And if you see, I think Sanju has mentioned also that the pitch is a bit dry and it's a used wicket. So I think, Prasanna bhai, I'm coming to you on the question on that. With pitch being a bit used and both teams having a Rashid Khan and a Chahal, and other also having Ravi Sai Kishore for Gujarat and for Rajasthan is Ashwin. What do you think is going to be the big impact the spinners are going to make in this game? Because if the pitch is dry, then Chahal and Rashid's spell could decide which team wins and which team loses. So, who are the person you're backing from Chahal or Rashid today?
I back Chahal for one reason, that he's just 1 wicket away from the purple cap. So I think he'll definitely do it. But I think the spinners, they kind of rely on the first 6 overs bowled by the first 2 bowlers, because if they pick 1 or 2 early wickets, say, then the spinners can come in and choke the flow of runs. But if the openers go big bong and they start off like 50 or 60 itself in 6 overs, then it's going to be very hard for the spinners because the batsmen are already set. And God forbid if the batsman, they stepped on the wicket and hit you over the 6 straight over your head, and that's the worst thing that can happen to you. So obviously Rashid has been fantastic. He's been fantastic with the bat as well. We've seen like 2 or 3 times that he has won games for Gujarat with the bat, against CSK, against SRH. So it's like it's an even contest between two teams. I think even the qualifier one, it went down to the wire. It's only that Prasidh Krishna, I mean, he just had a nightmare in the last over. Other than that, I think Rajasthan, they did particularly well. So, and Rajasthan batting first, they will depend on Josh Butler to go big right from ball one, because Josh Butler and Jaiswal, they are both players who can go big from ball one. So they need that, and I think they need like a 50-60 runs in the power play, and then go ahead, and if they make around say 190, 200, I think it's their game to lose.
I think overall in terms of changes in the lineup, I think same team is for Rajasthan. So Rajasthan have gone with the same team that was in the RCB match.
Yeah, it
While
makes sense.
Gujarat have made one change, I think, Prasanna Bhai, they brought Loki Ferguson instead of Elzari Joseph.
Yeah.
So what do you think that change could make? Is it a right change or not?
Um, I think it makes sense though, because Lockie Ferguson being more experienced, him getting the nod. Although last year's IPL final he got tonked down by Faf du Plessis, while bowling with KKR, and the experience that he brings, I think it's along with the likes of Mohammad Shami, who I think Mohammad Shami this season with the new ball has just been too good. Yash Dayal, special mention to him. He's been superb ever since he has come in. And if anyone has to step up today, it has to be Matthew Wade, because he's probably the only person in the Gujarat team that has not had an impactful performance so far. He has had he's not had the greatest of tournaments. So, but today is the time you can make the wrongs right. You could have had an absolutely poor tournament, but if you scored in the finals and win your team, that's it. The other games are forgotten.
I think absolutely agreed, Prasanna Bhai. And if I can just tell the score to the people, if you can see even on the screen, the Gujarat Titans will be starting with Vidham and Saha, Shubman Gill, Matthew Wade at number
You could
3,
probably
Hardik
zoom a
Pandya.
bit. You could probably zoom a bit so
Yeah,
everyone
yeah,
can see it a bit better.
I can zoom a bit here and
Yeah, yeah,
just 1 minute and I think is it visible now properly?
yeah, yeah. I mean, being with both of us there, you don't need to zoom as in like increase the zoom to like 100% or 90% in the.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah, like that one.
I think overall I can just leave it 5 seconds like this,
Yeah, yeah,
so
no
people
worries,
can
no
see
worries.
this.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
think in the lineup you can see as people in the chat that the difference only in the lineup is that Rajasthan have made no changes. They've gone with the same team. Jaswal opening with Butler, Sanju Samson at 3, Padikkal at 4, Hatman at 5. With Parag has an option that can bowl even if sometimes required 6. Ashwin and Chahal being the 2 spinners, and Trent Bull, Prasidh Krishna, and McCoy being the 3 pace attack. While Gujarat have gone with Shami, Yash Dayal, Loki Ferguson being the 3 pacers, Ravi Sai Kishore and Rashid Khan being the 2 spinners, and Tavetia being the 6th option. While the batting lineup is Vindaman Saha, Shuman Gill, Matthew Wade, Hardik Pandya, David Miller, and Rahul Tavetia. So, coming to you, Prasanna Bhai, overall on the reaction of you in the lineup, what do you think is going to be a big thing in this game? Rajasthan is batting first, so Gujarat is bowling. What do you think is the total that Gujarat will want to reduce Rajasthan to so they can chase it in a pressure game? Because Gujarat have not been at this stage ever in their life. This is the first time ever, and it could have a massive, massive implication to chase something big.
I think they'll look to restrict them by 160 max, because even 160 could be big considering it's a final. So I think anything under 160, Gujarat will fancy themselves, because anything above that, it's going to be hard. And if you look at the totals that are being chased, um, 2012, KK chased 190, and in 2014, again KK, I think they chased 200, around 200, something like that. And in 2018, CSK chased about 170, 180. But the chases mainly came because the top order they gave a fantastic start, and that is what can happen. So you don't want to see it. Obviously you want to back your top order, you want to have them to make them runs, but you should not leave them too much to score. So like I think they would want to restrict them by 160, 150, 155, 160, maybe even 165, 170. I kind of edge towards the bowling side, but 160 I think they would definitely fancy themselves. And they have chased many targets this season, so they will back themselves, but it's sometimes you don't want to leave yourself too much to do. Why you're on mute?
I think you made a very, very good point in the end that at the moment, like they have a habit of chasing a lot, but the difference is that in the league stage, the pressure was less. Today, if they need 20 runs of 10 balls, I think their
Yeah.
legs will be trembling, their heads will be really rolling. And the problem with both sides is, I think, Prasanna wise, both sides do not bat very, very deep, especially Gujarat. Is Saha, then is Shubman Gill, then is Matthew Wade, who has also not had a very, very good campaign. We have seen Shubman Gill struggle against left arm pacers, and then you have Hardik Pandya who has to come back early. Then is David Miller and Tavetia. David Miller has batted out of skins this season. he has been for me one of the best batsmen of this IPL, bar Butler, with the way he has played. But their batting lineup is still very thin. 1-2 wickets at the top, and they're absolutely exposed. So for me, as you said, 170, I think anything above 160 could be very, very tricky for this side, especially considering they don't have an experience. So overall, coming to Rajasthan now, Pasanda Bhai, where do you think Rajasthan have to play? What do you think Rajasthan will be thinking of setting a score? Because it's their first final ever after 2008. This is a young side, so even they have young bowlers. We saw what happened to RCB. It was still 157, a defendable total, but they absolutely bottled it. They're not a Mumbai or Chennai. They did not know how to handle things, and their bowling was erratic. They allowed Butler easily to settle himself. So, what do you think will be going on Rajasthan mind to how to set a total?
They will look to score 180 plus. They will, I mean, any final you would want runs on the board. Um, Probably CR, probably 1 or 2 overs because the ball can, Shami can swing the ball and even Jasdal can swing the ball. So, first 2-3 overs, probably have a good look at the pitch and then probably go for it because if they lose 1 or 2 wickets early, then Sanju Samson and they have to play the anchor. So and given that Yashasvi Jaiswal is playing, of course, he did play the Under 19 World Cup final, but today it's a totally different pressure for him in front of a full Ahmedabad stadium, around 125,000 capacity. So this will be an extremely huge challenge for him. So if he can see out the first 2 overs and not just get carried away by pressure and just go for them shots. I know you're an attacking player, but sometimes you have to gauge the pitch by 1 or 2 balls and then try to go for it. So they will be looking to say 180, 185 plus because after that they have Samson, they have Hetmeyer, um, and so on and so forth, who can play the long innings. So I mean, and even Ashwin who can bat a bit. So they will look to set 180, 190 plus minimum.
So,
And
going
Butler,
to
I think he needs something like 149 to get past 973.
I think
I know that's too much, but
no, Prasanna Bhai, he needs 26 runs to go past Warner record. David Warner is the second
25, I
highest.
think. He is now 824. Warner's 848. So it's
849.
perfect. Huh?
I think Warner is 849.
848 or 849. So 25,
I think it's
26, something
849.
around that range. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think he will cross that total of Warner, but Virat's record is untouchable, and I
Yeah.
think that will never ever be crossed in history of IPL because it's enormous. Where is today's Virat Kohli and where was that Virat Kohli? I think we just leave. That is so sad to see. And Prasanna Bhai, coming to the prediction part, if I have to ask you, what's the first inning total you think Rajasthan is going to play? So, what's your opinion on what total will they make in today's match?
Uh, I think they'll score about 175. Maybe 175 around they'll score, and then uh, they score 175. I think 175.
I absolutely agree with you. I just going with the 8-9 results. I think the pressure will play a part. I think Rashid, people will be very stunned to listen to this fact that Rashid Khan has bowled 41 deliveries to Butler in the last some matches, and Butler has only been able to hit 25 runs and lost 4 wickets at the hands of Rashid Khan. So if there's anyone that can stop Butler, that's the great Rashid Khan. And I think Rashid Khan will play a bit of spoil sport. And I think Rajasthan will get to 165 to 166 total, and then that match will be interesting. So, in my prediction, Rajasthan will win this game by 9 runs or 10 runs, and Gujarat will throw it away. So, coming to you, Prasanna brother, what do you think? Which team is going to win today, and why?
Ooh. As I said earlier, if Rajasthan make about 180 plus, they will definitely fancy themselves. But anything less than 160, 165, then Gujarat should fancy chasing this. I think Rajasthan will do it. Gujarat Titans, they have the upper hand, but I just think Rajasthan Royals will just get one over them, especially given that I think Gujarat, they beat Rajasthan, I think twice in the group stages, and I think once in qualifier once. So if I'm not mistaken. So I think Rajasthan are due one, and it will come today. And Shane Warne will be seeing from above, and I think Shane Warne will definitely help them to win their second IPL trophy.
I think absolutely agreed, Prasanna. Even I think they're going to win it because they have been really trying for last some years, and this is, I think, if I can say it very nicely, a last time opportunity for both the sides because next year all the teams are going to become more and more and more better. and I think all the teams are just going to be more and more stronger. So Rugved Bhai has sent a chat for Triya Meri. I think he's talking about the IPL final where it's going to be very nervy for him, which team is going to win. For me, the thing is, I remember my days, but I think the only thing that I had and Prasanna Bhai had, where we were a bit more calm, is we saw our sides win a lot of finals. I think if I can ask Prasanna Bhai, I think I was very nervous in 2013 when Mumbai had won no IPL, and Prasanna Bhai till then at least won one IPL. But when we won that final, my nerves had just went away after that because I knew we have won one trophy. But these two sides, one side has not won a trophy for 14 years, which resembles what you can say a long, long time without a trophy. And on the other side, there's a new side. Nobody knows will they ever reach a final again. Mumbai will get better. RCB will even get stronger. Chennai will come back stronger next year. Any team can't be worse than what they've been this season. And IPL is one trophy. I think even Prasanna Badal will agree. Where all the team have equal budgets, equal money, and it's just about being the best. It's not like it's City, Liverpool, and then it's Burnley or Brighton. It's City, Liverpool, and the same resources that other teams have. So it's going to be very interesting which team is going to win. And coming to you, Prasanna Badal, what's your last thoughts on this game? Overall, your opinion and last thoughts on how is this game going to pan out?
Just looking forward to a great final between Mumbai Indians and Chennai Super Kings. Oh shit, I got carried away. So I thought it would be. I mean, you heard what he said, right? Yeah, as we thought it would have been at the start again. But yeah, I mean, the two best teams going head to head again. Um, um, Both overall they're very strong from top to bottom, have strong Indian core, and that's what makes the difference between teams that win, they go on to win trophies. It's just that if you have a strong Indian core, who have strong Indian performances, and instead of just depending on your foreigners, then you have a bigger chance of winning a trophy than those who just depend on foreigners. So I think it's going to be a good game. Can't wait to see the final unfold. And as the cliche goes, may the best team win.
Absolutely agreed, Prasanna Bhai. And my final thoughts on this game is Rugved Bhai has sent a chat that Nahi, GT will win this. So I hope this happens. You are a Gujarat fan. But for me, I hope Rajasthan win. But I'm a Mumbai fan, so I really don't care. And overall, at last point, I will say I hope it's a great final. I hope you all people are very, very good. Please like the content, subscribe, and please go to the channel of Prasanna Bhai. I will just add the channel link in the description below. Is PB Talks, capital P, capital B Talks. Great channel. Go to his channel and subscribe. Very near to 500. Do subscribe and support Prasanna Bhai. And hope you have a great day. Thank you.
Of course, I will be doing a watch along as well for starting from 9:30 p.m. IST. I think it'll be from the end of the first innings and the whole of the second innings. Obviously, Shay will be on Ankit Bhai's channel on Almighty Sports Plus doing a watch along himself. So yeah, man, yesterday UCL final, today IPL final. Tomorrow for me is a Memorial Day holiday. My weekend is set.
I think absolutely fantastic. And overall, I'm just going to add a description link of the Prasanna Bhai's watch along. So go there and do watch the match along with him, chat with him. It's going to be a great time and hope you all of people are great. So thank you and have a great day.
Take care, everyone.